this feeling, baby, we're invincible.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of Rebuilding Notts County. If you're enjoying the save, drop a like on the video, that would mean the world to me. It's the final episode of the season. We're going to do a triple live com today to get through the final 3 league games. Disappointment to go out of the Champions League, but I'm not so disappointed because of how well we did. I still think that we've got to take the fact that we got to the semis as a brilliant step, and I think maybe with less injuries we could have gone one step further, but next year, with the right little tweaks. In fact, I don't even know if we need that many tweaks. I think we just need to keep the players fit. That would probably be the difference, to be honest. So here's how the league is looking right now. Palace play Liverpool, which could be very good for all the teams underneath them. We play Watford. They've definitely got a tougher game, Liverpool do, than we do. Let's just show you the league, how things standing out right now. So we're top, but our goal difference is 9 better than Liverpool's, which is the key thing. If we win our 3 matches to end this season, we will be champions of England for the first time ever, I think, which would be quite something, quite frankly. Really, it's only between us and Liverpool for those spots. I'm very interested in the Champions League fight right now. I think Manchester United, I mean, to be fair, they do have a game in hand which could pull them back into the fight. Anyone between Palace and Manchester United could get that 4th spot. So that's going to be fun to watch. Down at the bottom, though, I think it's not all but sewn up, actually. West Ham are currently in the bottom 3, along with Burnley. Villa are pretty close. Watford, I think, will probably be fine, though. 7 points clear with 9 points available. I think that's fairly safe and sound for them. So, interesting stuff. It's Jose Mourinho's Watford. They knocked us out of the FA Cup this year. Probably they ended our incredible unbeaten run. So, there could still be some stings in the tail here. We just kind of need to bounce back. Is there any updates on the players available, perhaps? I guess. I think I'd rather have Keskin there, because at least he is actually a fullback. That's basically the best I can say for that. My assistant's finally actually started putting... Oh, no, he hasn't. Stepanek picked up a knock in training, so he's out. So, Dubois, Assman, Lever, Jean-Carlos, Lancaster, Guerra. Keskin's going to have to play right back. Alberto, he's done all right, actually. He's a very fit dude. You can see the turning of all the sort of progression a lot of these players now. Particularly Guerra, in fact. Lancaster, though, still on a nice upward trajectory, which is a good sign. As is Keskin, but they are younger, I guess. Tiny bit more in the way of options off the bench. So Bonanno, Dybala, Silla, Torgerson, and Andriashenko, the hero from the first leg that couldn't quite do it in the second, not that we expected him to, De Los Santos and Nielsen. Once again, we find ourselves in a battle of the Jean Carloses. Hopefully we'll come out on the right side this time. God, Watford started so well, and actually fell down as far as 19th before a little mini resurgence. I really just hope that we can just limp over the line. Like, we're going to come second, which is still... Like, we've got more points this year than we had last year. We've got 3 more points, and there's 3 games to go. We're going to finish higher than last year. We're going to have more points. But we've got such a good chance to win the title because the points needed is not going to be much, just because of the way things are. Nobody's really gained a lot of points this season towards the top end of the league. So we've actually got such a good opportunity to do this now. And I don't know if you'd actually need all of that to win the title, because that implies us and Liverpool win all of our remaining 3 matches. No goals in the other games. My assistant wants us to play direct, but he'll change his mind the moment, like 10 minutes later. Dubois. Can he slip one into the channel maybe? Oh, he's lost out to Amini. He's just dwelled on the ball a little bit too much there. At least we've actually got nearly players in the correct positions, and Jean Carlos has made it 1-0 to Watford. First shot of the game is in the back of the net. 14 goals for Jean Carlos. Right, we need our guy to step up now, because we're just stumbling towards the end here. I mean, we've still got Arsenal at home next. Yeah, what's happened there is Alberto's dropped way too deep and he's left the keeper with no chance there. They didn't push up. Maybe Palace will do us a favour. I mean, if they did, they'd be in with a really good shot at Champions League if they beat Liverpool. And they would deserve it too. Go on, Darren. Keep on running, buddy. Get into the box. It's all the way through and Darren Lever hits... Oh, he has to slip it through for Guerra! I think that was offside. No, it wasn't. At least we'll have a bit more of a rest between games lately. Lancaster's all the way through. Good strike. Guerra puts in the rebound. Notts County 1, Watford 1. This is the perfect moment for him to get a goal to just sort of stable himself. 37 for the season in all competitions. He is very, very close to getting to the 39 of Tom Keatley. So good strike from Lancaster. The keeper does a great job, but on the rebound, that's the kind of moment we needed. Just a little tap in for him to get some confidence back. Not that he's scored against Chelsea, didn't he? But that's massive. And the improvement. And Palace lead. Alex Guerrero has given Palace the lead at Anfield. Ball in. And it's ricocheting around all over the place. And it could have been in the back of the net. More of this in the second half. And we are definitely on for it. Since we switched to the wide areas, we've been much, much better. Guerra's got a goal which will hopefully send him onto a new confidence streak. And he can maybe just get a couple more as the season finishes off. That's what we need. We're looking a lot better, though. Watford have offered... Oh, no! Oh my god. Notts County 1, Watford 2. Jean Carlos. It's just a hopeful ball over the top by Orsini. It's a good run. Defender's not there, but It's that touch. Completely goes round Marvin Suarez. It's a lovely piece of play from Jean Carlos, but Marvin, maybe that was the one time he should have stayed back. Well, things are still going well for us, but if Chelsea were to get a win in their game, who are they playing? Brighton. Things could get very interesting. Dubois. Back for Asman. Nice ball in. Cleared away. Keep that pressure on. Alberto needs to get a move on here. Here we go. Dinks one out. Lancaster. Cleared. Chelsea have now beaten or are beating Brighton, which brings them back into it as well now. But at least we've got that goal difference situation. But Chelsea are still right back in this title race now. Into the box for Vidal. Keeps it in. Oh no, Liverpool have equalised. A 90th minute goal from Hani Hafez has given Liverpool a lifeline at the top of the Premier League and now sends them top. They were 6 points behind us and now we've crumbled. At the death of the league, we've crumbled. And there it is. Notts County 1, Watford 2. A frustrating day. We had the chances on the night, couldn't take them. And John Carlos has bit us there, and now we are not top. Basically, we have to rely on Liverpool dropping points now. Palace stay fourth, though, but Spurs do have a game in hand, and they could go above. Good God. Right, so, next game. Arsenal at home. This is interesting, actually, because Liverpool actually played Chelsea at Anfield today. They drew with Palace. Chelsea managed to get a late winner. A very good thing right now would either be a draw, if we can beat Arsenal, or a Chelsea win wouldn't be the end of the world. I don't know, though. It's really difficult. Liverpool actually did lose to Real Madrid on away goals in the end, despite Hani Hafez scoring 2 late ones. So it's actually Real Madrid versus Dortmund in the Champions League final, which I guess kind of goes to show that perhaps just having England on doesn't always mean that English teams will completely dominate. I don't think we've won the Champions League that much, and neither teams are going to be in the final this time either. So, big stuff here. Palace actually are still in 4th spot as Man United beat City in the derby, and Arsenal also beat Spurs in the derby. We've not beaten Arsenal a great deal. So I'm concerned, but they seem to have quite a few players out as well. Who can we even pick here? I understand that Remy Dubois is knackered, but we really just need to keep him for a couple more games just to nurse him through here. Dybala or Keskin? I'm going to go with Keskin because he is at least, in theory, a fullback. Bolton are actually playing their second leg against Norwich at the same time as us. They lost 2-0, so I think it's unlikely they're going to turn it around, but you never know. We're not dead and buried yet, though. We win today. Massive confidence. Like, for example, Asman's been left out of the Argentina World Cup squad because so many of our players that did brilliantly have just dipped right at the wrong moment. Guerra, for one. Today needs to be better. We've got to keep a huge eye on the Liverpool-Chelsea match. That is so important. But if we beat Arsenal, then, you know, we go into the last game of the season away at Bournemouth. We'll have one of the easier games, but we've got to be ahead of Liverpool, I think. Because so little happened in this game. A shot each, neither of which have been on target. I'm going to go down the wings again because I think Arsenal with that DM... Like, it worked against Watford from an attacking perspective, but we've got to do something here. But I think a Liverpool victory over Chelsea, I just don't think the Liverpool are going to get a harder game than that on the final day of the season. And I'm concerned that if we're not above them after this match, it might be curtains. Even if they lose and we draw, we'd still be in the prime spot. Keskin to Dubois. Lots of space out to the left. Alberto will get this. He'll probably take his man on. He's going to shoot in the end, isn't he? Yep. Okay. So half-time we've had no shots on target. It's not a good. What do we even do from this? I think we've just got to have to hope that they find something in the second half. We're limited in terms of what we can do from personnel changes at the moment. We've just got to hope that one of these guys steps up and is a hero for us. Still no shots on target from us, but we have hit the post twice. Alberto, back for Dubois. Nice work from him. He's going to shoot in the end, isn't he? Guerra, yes! Jose Nelson Guerra has done it again. 38 for the season, and we lead at not Meadow Lane. We'll sort that for next season. 30, and that's pure fortune. The way that this has ricocheted into his path, we've got the lead now. Something to hang on to. Dubois does nice. It's a lovely touch from him. A lovely little dinked ball. And it's headed... Oh, it's actually headed at Guerra, but he's still put it in the back of the net. He's been in bad form, but he's still scored in the last 2 games. That is such a big goal, as it would send us back to the top of the Premier League with the other game at a draw. And we'd go into that final game knowing that if we beat Bournemouth, we are champions of England. That's kind of what we've got to do at this point. I think Keskin does a decent job too. We're just forcing them back, but this is where they could get us. A ball in for the top now, and that's it. There it is. One touch. Why did the goalkeepers step to the left? It's 1-1 now, and it was almost... They broke the press. And once they get into this position here, I always feel like that's the one time where we're really caught out. But the goalkeeper, look, he's almost saying, please put it into this giant gap. They all do it. It's frustrating, but there we go. Wait, are Liverpool losing? Liverpool are losing to Chelsea. Nicolo Zaniolo would somehow... The drawers thinks... It's 2-0. Kai Havertz. It's 2-0. We're still in a position where, if things finish as they are, a win in the next match would still allow us to win the Premier League. What's the lowest amount of points a team has ever won the title with? Because right now, we could conceivably win the Premier League. And someone's going to win the Premier League, potentially with 79 points, which would be very, very low. Nielsen, unless he can slip it through for someone here. He's all the way into the box, and it's going to go out for a throw to us, I think. Yes, it is. One last chance to whip it in, perhaps. I'm just going to... he's still going to get this. He's still going to get this. And it's cleared. And there it is. Notts County 1, Arsenal 1. We stay top of the league on goal difference, but there's 1 point between the top 3 now. Guerra's goals have really just about done it. That point, but if we could have just kept our nerve and not let Anthony through there, we'd be sitting pretty on 78 points and in a really good spot. But if we can just avoid defeat... No, sorry. Just beat Bournemouth on the final day... we will get the title. Come on. This is it. Final day of the season. We're level on points with Liverpool. Chelsea are 1 point behind us. There's a massive fight for the other Champions League spots as well. We're all away from home. We've technically got the most difficult one. Chelsea the easiest away at Villa. But Villa are fighting for their lives. So maybe not. Liverpool away at Brighton. Palace have slipped down because of goal difference. Man United won their game off camera against Leicester to go ahead of them. Palace host Leeds, but Manchester United are away at Watford. Spurs are at home to Burnley, and Man City, who apparently Pep is on the verge of the sack, are currently 8th, but they could still finish 4th as things stand. It's crazy down there. Also, weird news, Sergio Ramos was sacked as Charlton manager. Didn't know he was Charlton manager, but there you go. Bolton won 2-1 and very, very nearly snuck through against Norwich, but they didn't quite make it. Another year in the Championship for Bolton, unfortunately. It's Norwich-West Brom in the final. So... look at this. 67, 67, 66, 65, 65. On Everton, of course, yeah. And none of them are playing each other. Not a single team in the top 8 is playing another team in the top 8. They could all win. All we have to do is beat Bournemouth. We beat Bournemouth and we are champions of the Premier League. We drop points, and I honestly think that we probably won't do it. But, we've not won in like 5 league games. We really do need to sort our shit out. But today is the day to do that. Is anyone back or available? No, that's fine. Dubois is... The Walking Dead right now, but we need him. We need him. We've got to go with the best foot forward here. Lancaster or Nielsen. It's got to be Lancaster again. I'm still going to put Keskin in because I trust him a little bit more than do I? You know what? Dybala actually seems to have done okay, so I might actually start him instead. Didn't he play there against Dortmund in the first leg? A few players nearly bad, but you can see Fernandes, Campbell, Santana, Celso. The players I want back are not fit enough. So the bench will be Torgerson, Keskin, Silla, Banano, Andriashenko, Hubanov, and Nielsen. Right. It's all on the line. It's all or nothing here. We could come top, or we could come third, or we could come second. But, imagine if we came third after all that. I can feel it, though. The 4-4-2 is an interesting system. We can clinch the title, go out there and impress me. Oh, brilliant. Cheers, lads. Way to be up for that. Let's go out there. Let's do this. Got to keep an eye on the Liverpool-Chelsea scores as well. It's all of them. And all the other games, to be honest, there's stuff at the bottom. There's all, there's 5 teams battling for 2 Champions League spots. Sorry, for 1 Champions League spot as well. It's all over the place right now. Manchester City could come 4th from 8th place right now. I think Palace are also trailing. Spurs are also losing their game. So there's a lot of defeats. Oh, well played, Gareth. Go on, lad. Yes. Great work from him. He just didn't quite have the strength to cope, to carry on one little step further. But as things stand, Man United would come out of nowhere to sneak into that 4th spot. I say nowhere. They won their game in hand, which is kind of what did it for him. Jean Carlos out wide for Lancaster. We need a big moment from him. He's into the box. He's been fouled. That's definitely in the box. That is no doubt about it in the box. Yes! Right. Lelson Guerra with a chance to equalise Tom Keatley's record of 39 goals in a season for Notts County. Come on. Yes! Bournemouth 0, County 1. Guerra's 39th goal in all competitions this year and is 28th, I think, in the Premier League. What a moment this could be. He's scored in all 3 of our final Premier League matches, which, to be fair, is... Look at that. How nonchalant do you want? It's basically a case of your move, Liverpool and Chelsea. Both still at 0-0 in their matches. We've got ourselves an early lead. The game's done nothing so far, but we are right in there where we need to be. And that's the most important thing. Getting in front early. Having Dybala there is going to help with these long clearances, I feel like. Lancaster, and he's going to keep going there, Sean Lancaster. He wins the penalty. Hero all ready for that. Ball across. Lever! Oh my God, how does he miss that at that post? And Brighton are beating Liverpool. Insane stuff. Alfredo Morelos, of course, gives Brighton the lead against Liverpool, and that would be huge for us, Lancaster. Poor first touch, but Dybala could get caught out here. Amazingly, as things stand, we'd actually still win the league, even with a draw. Gomez is over the top here. Oh, Jesus, guys. But we've got to make sure that we don't rely on that. Let's bring this into our own hands. Chelsea now lead. Ansu Fati puts the pressure on now. Because Lancaster, an equaliser for Bournemouth, would now allow Chelsea to win the Premier League out of nowhere. The second goal is absolutely vital here. And round the side for Lancaster again. Saved by Dawson. He's getting into great positions, I would say. And we look a lot better in this second period. Oh, and Liverpool have equalised. Karim Lowry, the Canadian player they've got. We look like we're going to have to need to win this game. Dubois, ball in. Headed at goal by Jean Carlos. Yeah, second half has definitely been all us, but we've got to be careful. 10 minutes to go. We're going to head towards time wasting. Still keeping it on attacking and whatnot. Brighton have turned it around. Sorry, not turned it around. Brighton are back in front against Liverpool at least. But it's the Chelsea game that's the real worry for me right about now. Because we cannot afford to not win this match. 3 minutes to go. Bournemouth have had one shot on target in the entire game. I know we've only had the penalty, but we have had some good chances elsewhere. So have they, in fairness. And it's another corner to Bournemouth. 4 minutes to go. We're into stoppage time. John Carlos is into the box. He's got to shoot here, and he does. Dawson will save it. I think we've deserved the victory just. But it has been a very, very tight game. Jean Carlos. Edge of the box for Asman. He's got to finish. And he does! Notts County have the lead. Sorry, not the lead. We're going to do it. We're going to be champions of England on the final day. Paolo Asman is the man to wrap up the tie. Not the tie. My brain's all over the place here. Jean Carlos, lovely ball inside. Settles himself down and just drills it. Keeper gets the touch. It's not enough. And we're going to win the final day of the season. 79 points is going to be enough to win us the title. Oh my God. Chelsea 3-0 winners away at Villa, which is not a surprise. They're going to go down. And for Liverpool to lose 2-1 to Brighton is shocking from them. And they very nearly lost to Palace. And for them to lose to Brighton on the final day is crazy. Just before we do anything, though, because you know you guys always like to see this, we're going to switch to 3D so we get at least the celebrations, because we're going to be crowned title. We're going to be crowned champions of England on the final day of the season. Nielsen's ball across. Unfortunately, Guerra's going to end up with 38 goals, or I think 39 in total. But nevertheless, what a season he's had. What a player he is. And we're going to be champions of England. Unga, great tackle there from Keskin. Ball across. And oh, God, they've got on back. Tammy Abraham in the 94th minute. Thank goodness for Paolo Asman. That goal that he has just scored. Literally, he doesn't score that and we lose the title. Keskin, actually, that's not so good. I should probably not praise him for that. It's a lovely ball in. Nobody marks Tammy Abraham. In off the crossbar. Just see it out. Bit into space. Well won by oh my God. Do not let him score. Great tackle. And that's the full-time whistle. Where's the post-match? We're champions. We just won the league. Do we not get the trophy presentation? I mean, I don't even care. We've won the damn Premier League. 79 points was enough for us to win the league. Chelsea comes second. Liverpool end up finishing third. Palace finished 7th on the final day as Man United sneak into the final Champions League spot. Down go Villa as well. My God, my brain is on fire. Whew. Yeah, okay, just checking. I thought there was something. Palace don't even get Europe in the league, which is phenomenal, to be fair. A lot of assists as well. He contributes to 41 goals overall. Most man of the match awards. He's surely going to win player of the year. But Asman as well. What a legend. Holy shit. Good Lord. Like, we did not do well. 1, 2, 3. We didn't win any of our final 4 Premier League games up until that one game where it mattered. And we did the job. We may not have got to the Champions League final, but we have won our first ever Premier League title. This year, my plan was just to get a bit closer. But to be fair, when the gap was brought down so much, we won the Premier League with 79 points. That must be one of the record lows to actually win this division. But next year, I feel like we can definitely kick on and win it again and really have a crack at the Champions League next season. That's going to be our main focus now that we've won the title. Yes, we did it. Right, so analysis later today. That's going to be fun. Screw it, why the hell not? Let's go and just briefly take a look at the other leagues. So West Brom and Norwich is the final. Brentford and Cardiff are already up. Down goes Swansea, Coventry and Preston, very much relegated from that league. It's a shame for Bolton, though. They did win their final day of the season. Oh, no, those are the playoff games, I think. Yeah, they lost their final day of the season game. It was that one. Portsmouth and Luton in the playoffs in the League One. Up come Sheffield Wednesday and Scunthorpe. Nice to see Sunderland once again. Just cannot seem to do it. Burton, Fleetwood, Bristol Rovers and Doncaster Rovers go down. Salford do stay up, though. In League Two, Wrexham and Tranmere in the final. Up come Colchester, Forest Green, who very nearly got to the Championship, bounced back again here. Exeter City. Down go Yeovil and Woking. But Guiseley do remain a Football League team for a second season. That's kind of nice to see. In the National League, Boreham Wood versus Swindon. Boreham Wood seem to be there every single year. I bet you they lose again. Morecambe coming up out of the league as well. Down go Bath City, Chelmsford City, Kidderminster and Chorley. I mean, these teams were done a while ago, in fairness. Wickham really just struggling. And maybe Accrington Stanley will come back. Who knows? Anyway, here endeth the season. Next year, we've got a lot of positive signs, I really think. We've got a decent amount of money of 80 million to actually spend. I don't know where I'll really spend that. I've got a few ideas, but I think left back backup potentially. Defensive backup and defensive cover is really where we need to strengthen. Maybe look for a right winger that's better than Lancaster and Nielsen, but honestly, I don't know. I really don't know. We'll talk about it in the analysis video. If you've enjoyed this episode and us winning the Premier League, let's see if we can get 300 likes on the video for winning a Premier League title. That'd be dope. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, that'd be awesome. And I will see you guys very, very soon. Thank you so much for watching. As always, hold your gun, cap it up. Thanks so much. Bye.